Welcome to Friday strategy guide time, ready for the weekend's racing from this week's F1 Clash Hungarian GP event. Yes, I'll sort this cap out, don't you worry. There you go, it's a little bit better. Hair's a bit all over the place, but let's ignore that and let's get into strategy guide time for the weekend. So hopefully you have gone through our qualifying guide already and you are ready, bursting with excitement to find out what group and strategies you can follow at the weekend. So on Fridays, we're always bringing you the best strategy guide for champion, contender, Challenger and Junior, whichever series of GP you're entering, we have got you covered right here and right now. The best players who learn quicker will watch the whole video. Those who are just taking the screenshots will not listen to the detail that we go into. So, as you should know by now, Hungarian Grand Prix event is on this week. We have got Oscar Piastri, and it's been confirmed the Juggernaut and Turbojet are the two parts that are also a 10% boost for this week. Obviously, we are recording this in advance, so ignore where we currently are. Track-wise, for the weekend, we have got to go through Montreal, 100% rain. We've got Hungary, 100% rain. And then from races 3 to 8, it is completely dry. We've got Mexico, we've got Jeddah, we've got Barcelona, Baku, Abu Dhabi, and we're finishing off with a first-time visit in GP this season to Shanghai and China. So it could be very, very different, and you're going to want to know which strategies to follow around China because it's a little bit of an unknown to most people. Don't really get used a lot in F1 Clash other than the early series, for me anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. Let's get into strategy guide time then. First of all, let's head off to our strategy guide section, our strategy area, where we're going to bring up our first track. Now that track is the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, Montreal and Canada. That is the first one that we're going to be going through. So, this one is a wet race. Don't need to cover these dry strategies, and we're going to cover off quite nicely with a 4 wet, 4 wet for champions and contender, challenger and junior. Now, you need around 50 tyre management to be able to do 4 wet, 4 wet. If you do not have that ability to do a 4 wet, 4 wet down in challenger and junior, you want to split to a 2-stop. 2 wet, 3 wet, 3 wet, and a 3 wet, 3 wet, 2 wet is going to be your go-to, unless you take a tyre management boost. Now this circuit is all about a cornering car and a overtaking driver. They're the two stats that you want to match off with. And the boosts you can see down below. Cuppa, Glitz, Herald, Cranberry and Ode are all very good. Cuppa is the go-to because it has that race start as well, same as Herald. Top right, you can see the circuit of the Gilles Villeneuve, and you can see where to push, where to go on medium, and when to use the low engine mode conserve. Down the straights is blue, mediums on the short straights, red on the big attacking corners. That pretty much covers your Canadian circuit. Very, very good track. Can be very tough in the wet. It's going to open up some interesting dilemmas, and so is the very next circuit. Hungary for track number 2. Now, defending drivers are required. Cornering setups are still required. Now, again, this is in the wet. So 4 wet, 4 wet for champions and contender. We have split the 2-stop out for challenger and junior. 2 wet, 3 wet, 3 wet. And the opposite, the 3-3-2. But again, if you've got around 50 tyre management, you are going to be looking at doing a 4 wet, 4 wet. So just please do keep that in mind. And that is why we tell you to listen to these videos and not just come along and take the screenshots. The best boost down below. Prince is bang up there with its 20 race start. We've got Hook in there as well. You can also have a look at Movember, Jin, Tsar, Cranberry, Reindeer and Downforce. So the boosts that we put down below are always the ones that include both track stats. And you can see in the top right hand corner where to push, where to conserve, and when just to keep on your medium pushing ability. So some really good wet racing to come in the first 2 races. Race number 3 sees us go off to Mexico City in Mexico, and we've got a cornering setup again, so no need to change your car setup, but this time we've got tyre management required for the drivers. So tyre management driver is what you want here in Mexico. Champions and contender. If you're high tyre management, 4 soft, 4 soft. If you're not so much, you're in around the 70s or more, 4 soft, 4 medium. Challenger and Junior, 4 medium should be pretty much fine for you. But if not, and you can got some good tyre management, 5 medium or 5 hard and 3 soft. Have a look how that goes in your first round in opening round and see if it's something that you can adapt going forward into the final round. Now down the bottom, Saar and Nazar are the very best boost, the best 2 for the 2 track stats, but also obviously Nazar has that race start boost. That's why we use a star against it. It's a very good boost. Expect to see me use something like Nazar this weekend. Top right, 3 places to conserve that power unit and a lot of overtaking opportunities here in Mexico, which is also going to hold potentially a fast lap time as well. Next circuit, and it's a painful one. It's one where we always seem to have a little bit of difficulty at this circuit, and that is heading off to Jeddah and Saudi Arabia. Champions and contender. Challenger and Junior, get ready because tyre management drivers are still required, but speed circuit, you need to change your setup to a speed setup. Do not make the mistake of not changing. Champions and contender, 3 soft, and a 4 medium, 2 soft to split the strategies. And then Challenger and Junior, it's all about the one stop here, 3 hard. Make sure to balance who you push because you want to get a little bit of a gap between your 2 drivers. You don't want a 2-stop really at all. Dead Fast, Eternal Flame and Eagle are the best track stats boost for this circuit. And top right, you can see where to conserve, medium and push your power unit and engine mode as well. Next up then, track number 5. It is a circuit that changed to 9 laps this season, so it is one that you had to get used to a little bit more, and it is Spain. Barcelona, Catalunya for the next circuit. Tyre management drivers, but it's a cornering setup, so you need to change that setup back to cornering. Champions and contender, 4 soft, 5 medium, 4 soft. Challenger and Junior, we've got the 2-stop, the 3 for the softs, and we've also got the 5 hard, 4 medium. If you don't like that 2-stop, then you can look at doing the 4 medium, 5 hard as well. Anything over 50 tyre management, you can do a 1-stop, no problem. Boost-wise, we've seen these ones before, of course, but Saar and Nazar are the best ones. You've also got Downforce, Self-Control, Movember, which are possible to use around this circuit. Now, Barcelona is a really strong race start circuit, so make sure you try and get the very best race start possible. That is why Nazar is such a good boost round here. And remember, 9 laps instead of 8. Circuit on the right-hand side, 2 places to conserve in blue. It's a very good point-scoring opportunity, is Barcelona. So, race 6, 3 more to cover off. Race 6 is Baku. You've had this a fair few times already. This should be not unusual to you now. Overtaking drivers, and it's a speed setup for the streets of the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan. Champions and contender, 1 stop, 3 soft, 4 medium, and 3 soft. Challenger and Junior, we're splitting it out a little bit. 3 medium, 2 soft, and a 4 hard, 3 medium. Because we're doing the 4 hard, 3 medium, it does mean if you want the better start, you can go 3 medium, 4 hard, but you'll be slower at the end. So it just depends what you want to do. A lot of boosts covered in Baku, as you can see. Our 2 favourite, Street Shark and Firework, and you can see the rest that are covered. Some very, very good boosts in there, but we've highlighted the race start boosts, which are going to help you get off the line. Big straight in Baku. Back straight is absolutely key to gain that power unit back, so make sure to conserve down that back straight. Next up, race number 7. We head off to Abu Dhabi. A little bit of a difficult circuit, this one. We do feel it benefits the 1-stop, but it is tyre management drivers and a speed circuit, so make sure to update setups. 3 soft, 4 medium, 3 soft in Champions and Contender. And then we're using the slower tyres in Challenger and Junior. 3 medium, 4 hard, 3 medium. Anything over 40 tyre management, you're going to be absolutely fine. And because of the boosts, you need to use tyre management around here anyway. Dead Fast, Eternal Flame, Eagle is the ones that you really want to be looking at. Top left this time in the track map, Abu Dhabi circuit, 3 places to conserve, some good places to attack as well. And then finally, it's probably the one you've been waiting for. It's a circuit that we don't race very often in duels, but it's the circuit that we also have for the first time coming into our strategy guide and GP. It's China. It's Shanghai. Shanghai is 7 laps of racing. It is an overtaking circuit for drivers. It is a speed circuit for your car. And we believe it's all about the one stop. 3 soft, 4 medium, 3 soft. It's similar to Baku in a way. And then we've got the one-stop Challenger and Junior. 3 medium, 4 hard, 3 medium. Now, this is a learning circuit for us this weekend. It's going to be interesting to see if we do locate any better strategies. But for the minute, this is what we're going for. Firework and Street Shark are going to be your best boosts around this circuit, with a long list of boosts that you can use as well. So, strategy complete for 8 tracks. So hopefully you've watched that and you know the strategies that you need to follow for the weekend's racing from that Hungarian GP. If you've got this far, I want to hear from you to know who makes it through to the end of these videos. And I want to know, are you using Oscar Piastri this week or are you not? If you're not, let me know who you're using. I'll be very interested to see who gets to the end, who has took all the information in, so that they're going to go and have an awesome weekend of racing. With my help, you can get through to the final round, because Hutch's help is not great with the groupings, so we're going to try and get you the very best chance to get through to the final rounds.